Since independence, every Kenyan administration has made the same tired promise to end corruption. Yet, here we are, under the sixth government, and the beast of graft is more alive than ever, feasting greedily on public coffers with zero remorse. Instead of progress, corruption in Kenya has evolved. It has become bolder, more sophisticated, and deeply entrenched in the DNA of governance. Year after year, regime after regime, the gospel of corruption finds a new tune, and the actors become even more emboldened. This week, we've witnessed members of the executive and the judiciary make impassioned pleas to Kenyans to at least reduce the appetite for it.
And just reduce our appetite for stealing. We say consciously, if you are stealing 1,000, reduce it to 500. It is the worst period for this country in terms of debt repayment. This country has never been where we are today.
The National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi took it even further, and today he asked the corrupt elite to at least reinvest their loot into the country. Have we finally raised the white flag in the war on corruption? Mbadi, whose English name is John, seems to be taking inspirations from John the Baptist, except instead of calling for repentance, he is negotiating terms with the looters.
It's desirable. Fight corruption, root it out. If we fail, then allow it. And tell people, if you find a way, we will look for you somehow. But if you escape, just put it here, we will not follow you. If you escape with the ng'ombe, tutakuruhusu uchinje ng'ombe na sisi zote tukule. Badala ya escape with the ng'ombe to the bush and you allow hyenas to eat it there.
It would be laughable if it weren't so tragic. Are we officially surrendering to corruption? At the start of this week, Transparency International Kenya and Uraia Trust released a damning report. Their findings: Kenya has all the laws, institutions, and frameworks to fight graft. What we lack is the moral and ethical will to enforce them. The report exposes a disturbing reality that those entrusted in fighting graft are, at the best, looking the other way, and at worst, actively sabotaging justice. When a case does gain a momentum, it's killed off with delaying tactics, political protection, and backroom deals. But for how long? We've seen enough of investigative reports exposing the rot, enough court cases dragging for decades, and enough theft of public funds with zero consequences. Why are we still rewarding suspects with high-ranking government jobs? Why are we still glorifying wealth with no traceable sources? This must stop. As a nation, we need a radical reset. We must reject corruption. The future generation deserves a country that values hard work, not a morally bankrupt state where thieves are celebrated and honesty is for fools. Kenyans, we have a choice: to rise up and say no to corruption, or accept our fate as a nation drowning in moral decay. The time for MP talk is over. Let us in one accord act. And that is the bone I pick tonight.